Picture this. You're walking through a crowded street. Cameras watch from every corner. Your phone silently pings towers. Your face is scanned. Your movements mapped. No one stops you. No one questions you. But the system knows who you are. This isn't science fiction. It's happening right now. Surveillance technology was once the hidden weapon of war. Today it lives quietly in our cities, our homes, even in our pockets. This is the story of how tools built for control migrated from battlefields to everyday life, and why it matters more than ever. The story begins in war. Surveillance has always been about power. Armies needed intelligence. In World War II, nations cracked encrypted messages and intercepted radio signals to stay one step ahead. But the real transformation began during the Cold War. Governments developed early computer systems to track movements, predict threats, and monitor populations. Spy satellites orbited Earth. Secret programs collected unimaginable amounts of data, long before the internet became public. Then came the War on Terror, after 9/11. This was the moment modern surveillance truly accelerated. Mass data collection, facial recognition, biometric scanning, global interception programs, all justified by one mission: security. Entire technologies were refined to detect enemies before they struck. Military research funded breakthroughs that would later shape civilian life. Drones were designed for reconnaissance. Satellites mapped enemy territory. AI-powered recognition systems learned to scan faces in chaotic war zones, where identifying one person in a crowd could mean the difference between life and death. These tools didn't stay locked in military labs for long. Private companies saw opportunity. Tech giants developed their own versions. Faster, cheaper, scalable. Facial recognition was no longer just for airports or secret bases. It was being prepared for malls, offices, and your smartphone. By the 2010s, surveillance tech had slipped quietly into public spaces. CCTV cameras got smarter. Facial recognition became part of airport security, border checks, and city police systems. Governments embraced these tools for law enforcement, often faster than new laws could regulate them. Then came the big leap: commercialization. Retail stores used cameras to study customers. Advertising companies tracked people's movements to tailor promotions. Smart home devices listened to our living rooms, learning voices, habits, routines. Social media platforms joined in too, collecting faces, interests, and behavior patterns at a scale the military could only dream of. You weren't just being watched. You were being analyzed, profiled, predicted. Here's the part most people miss. Surveillance today isn't just about cameras. It's about data fusion. Every device, your phone, your laptop, your watch, constantly feeds into invisible networks. Location data from your GPS, search histories from your browser, facial scans from street cameras. Together, they form a digital twin of your life. Governments, corporations, advertisers, and sometimes even criminals can access pieces of this vast puzzle. The lines between national security, profit, and privacy have blurred. Some cities now have surveillance systems capable of identifying a person in seconds, from kilometers away. China's integrated surveillance grid tracks millions daily, linking faces to payment apps and travel records. In the US and UK, police use facial recognition vans and databases, often without full public consent. Even democratic nations are racing to build AI-powered surveillance networks, citing safety and efficiency. But here's the twist. Many of these systems use the same core technologies originally designed for war zones. The algorithms haven't changed. Only their targets have. Surveillance doesn't just record, it shapes behavior. When people know they're being watched, they act differently, sometimes consciously, sometimes not. It creates invisible pressure, changing how societies function. There's also bias. Facial recognition systems often make more mistakes with certain skin tones and genders. Inaccurate matches can lead to wrongful arrests, discrimination, or worse. And because these systems are complex black boxes, accountability is difficult. The future is already unfolding. AI is merging surveillance with prediction, not just seeing what you did, but guessing what you might do next. Smart cities, autonomous cars, and wearable tech will only deepen this network. Soon, we may live in spaces where every movement, purchase, and conversation generates a data point, analyzed in real time. And here's the critical question: who controls the controllers? Surveillance technology was born in the shadows of war, but its echoes are everywhere now, in the way we shop, travel, communicate, even think. The systems were built for security, but their presence has silently reshaped freedom itself. Every camera, every algorithm, every invisible network is part of this story. And whether we realize it or not, we are all characters in it. So the real question isn't whether surveillance has migrated into daily life. It's whether we noticed it happening.